Welcome, sports fans, to the Red Zone. The Cardinal football team has outscored their opponents 182-18 the last 3 games, improving North Central's record to 3-1 on the season. Joining me always is the coach of the Cardinals, John Thorne. Coach, 58-0, you guys traveled to Milliken and opened up the CCIW. Quite an impressive victory. The Cardinals, after 4 games, they're the number 3 ranked team in the country, averaging over 50 points per game.
Well, that's a good thing, and we're going to try and keep getting better on offense. And I think the story down there at Milliken was it's very hard to play them at their place. And for our guys to come in and play that well on offense, defense, and special teams, it's very encouraging for the direction our team's going right now.
It's nice to hear you say that. You know, I was talking to Coach Winkie yesterday. He said, hey, our offense performance really fuels our defense. Well, to start that game against Milliken on Saturday, it was the special teams really getting you started from the get-go. Pat Malik, he returned the ball 49 yards to Milliken's 48-yard line, giving the team good field position.
His teammates were teasing him because he got tackled by the kicker. You don't ever want to get tackled by the kicker, you know, but that was a nice return. There were several good blocks, and Pat broke 2 or 3 tackles early on the run and was down to the last guy, but 49-yard return is very, very good.
Absolutely. Now, in the first series, Aaron Fanthorpe, boy, he got hot early on. He found Dominic Sulo for a big reception. Then a couple plays later, I believe it was it 4th down when he found tight end Jeff Grunwald for a 4-yard touchdown pass. The game was 7-0, just over 2 minutes into the game.
Aaron's been playing very, very well. He had a little bit of a shaky start that very first week, and now he's just been dynamite every game. And I think he ended up throwing 6 touchdown passes, which set a new record for the college in the one game.
Absolutely. And like we said, you know, the defense gets on the field, 3 and out. Fanthorpe and the offense back on the field. He hits Hank Johnson for 14 yards. Later, he finds Steve Lavick in the back of the end zone, 14-yard touchdown. Steve's first touchdown on the year.
Yeah, we were beginning to wonder if Steve was going to get any touchdowns this year, so we're really happy to see him have a chance to do that. It's a great throw, great catch, and our offensive linemen really are doing a fantastic job protecting. I think we gave up 1 sack. Aaron didn't throw any interceptions at all, so and we ran for 191 yards, so the offensive line is so key in all of those things. And so we're hoping that everything keeps heading the right direction for the next week or 2.
Absolutely. Coach, the defense, they were heading in the right direction too. Willie Hayes came up with an interception following that last touchdown. 1 play later, Fanthorpe to Jeff Grunwald. Again, that's his 4th touchdown on the season, 21-yard TD. It was 21-0. There were still 7 minutes and 33 seconds left to play.
In the first quarter. Yeah, it happened. It was like fireworks going off, and we always talk to the guys, you know, our job is to entertain the fans, and that was a really good way to start. And but they didn't stop. They kind of kept playing hard the whole ball game, all 3 phases. The defensive secondary really did some wonderful things, defending 2 quarterbacks who've had some great success throwing the football, and they were 4 for 10. 1 interception, and 3 for 11 and 1 interception, and that's pretty good when you can slow 2 quarterbacks that have all, you know, both of them have done well this year.
They have. Coach, in the second quarter, Hank Johnson came up with a 42-yard touchdown reception, scores 28-0. Joe Antonacci, a 68-yard touchdown reception, scores 35-0. Willie Hayes picked up a fumble, ran it in for a touchdown, 42-0. It's like you said, that was an exciting first quarter. It was a very exciting second quarter as well. Have you ever been a part of a first half of football like that?
Well, we have, but not very often. One year when we were playing for the conference championship, last game of the season against Carthage, we scored either 42 or 49 in the first half, and it was very similar to this game, and it was a lot of fun. The guys on the sidelines were teasing. They all started cheering. We finally caught a post pattern. We've been getting guys wide open in practice and in games, and we just keep missing it, you know. So when Joe caught the long 60-some yarder, it was kind of a humorous on the sideline.
Oh, absolutely, and we're going to take a look at that in a little bit. Coach, back to the defense, Willie Hayes, he was named to D3Football.com's Team of the Week. I believe it was Scott Hogan in Week 1 that was named to that team as well. Willie's performance, 4 tackles, he had the interception in the first quarter, and then he had that fumble return for a touchdown that we were just talking about in the second quarter.
He's playing very, very well, and we moved Joe Schneiderbauer down from safety to linebacker, and the two of them together it was really fun to watch. I think Joe had 11 tackles, and Willie had all the excitement with the interception and the fumble recovery for a touchdown, and they really made a lot of plays together. They make a really good twosome, and we're hoping some really exciting things keep happening at that position the rest of the year.
Robert Champion, he was keeping the play exciting as well. 2.5 sacks on the game. Coach, ranked in the nation, Robert Champion, he is averaging 2.25 tackles a loss in the game. That's good for 11th in the country.
He likes tackling people in the backfield. We kind of have to scold him once in a while in practice because he wants to tackle them 5, 6, 7, 8 yards deep, you know. And I said, you know, some of those guys back there are kind of fast. You better take a better pursuit angle, and he's getting so good at that. He's very, very good. He's very strong, and he's very quick, and he's going to have a wonderful season for us. But the guys around him are also what helped make that happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach, you got a guy back this week, Valente Garza, outside linebacker for you. He had 5 tackles and a sack, helped the D to only give up 3.1 yards per carry.
That's a good day. And Valente came back, and he made a couple of little mistakes here and there. You know, he's a little rusty, so he's going to keep getting better. But it was so nice to have his presence out there again. He's fast, he's physical, and he can make some things happen.
Well, Coach, every game has that one play or multitude of plays that decide which direction the team is headed. Here's this week's Cardinal Crusher. Coach, we talked about it earlier, Aaron Fanthorpe. It only took him 2 minutes to get this ball right into the hands of Jeff Grunwald for the touchdown. But, yeah, 5 touchdowns followed.
Yeah. They like to crowd the line of scrimmage and really make it hard to run, you know, and they were one of the top rush defenses in the whole nation. And sometimes when you do that, it makes it difficult to cover the passes, especially right down the middle of the field. And so we really tried to work hard on that, and the offensive game plan was good. The kids executed it really well, and especially Aaron.
Coach, Dom, he was held to 60 yards on 17 carries. He's still number 4 in the nation in scoring with 13.5 points per game. But Dom really helping to open up the passing game?
Absolutely. People know that Dom's a 4-year starter. He's rushed for over 1,000 every year. He's been all conference every year. He's our captain. He was a Gagliardi finalist, you know, so they have to worry about slowing down that running game, and when they do that, it opens up some opportunities for us to throw. And as we continue to do better throwing, pretty soon we think a lot more running lanes are going to start opening up too, you know. But the O-line still forced a rush for 191 yards.
Yeah. Well, Coach, up next is North Park. They come in with a 1-3 record. The Vikings, they've been outscored 57 to 126 on the year. They're giving up 31.5 points a game. What's the mentality of the team heading into this week's contest?
That's a great question. You know, you never know for sure. And North Park has gone for over 8 years without winning a single conference game, and so it's a difficult situation. So we're trying to give them little targets to shoot for, and we're trying to get better at things that we haven't been good enough at. You know, in other words, if you're not tackling well enough, you're not going to beat the good teams. If you're not blocking well enough, and so forth. So we're going to work hard on some of those things this week, and the guys are doing a good job so far. And we hope that it's still very exciting and entertaining for the fans on Saturday night.
We do too. Well, stay tuned, Redbird fans, as Cardinal wide receiver Hank Johnston and linebacker Joe Schneiderbauer join us to talk all things Cardinal football. We'll be right back.